Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen, mess that it may be. Let's see. I'm going to try to get a link for you all. And I'm also going to go live on KJ York. All right. Who wants some cookies? A little outside of the box recipe making this morning. Everybody cross your fingers because there's a solid chance this ain't happening. But we're going to try it anyway. At the request of Miss Dana Nelson. Let's see. Whoop, wrong chat. Let's see. Joy for Life. Chocolate. Oh, I can't spell. Bear with me. If you're watching live, say hey. Chocolate. Chunk. Churro. Cookies. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. Come on, technology. Work with me here, not against me. I want to tag Dana because it's her fault that I am making these cookies, or that I am going to attempt to make them. I do not know, you guys, if this is going to work. I told her, oh, I can absolutely make those cookies. And then I got looking at the recipe and thought, oof. I didn't even have the recipe. I got looking at the ingredient, the description. Well, I can't find my research. There we are. I got looking at the description of these. I know. Oh, thank you, Louie. I know, Cindy. Hi, Bev. Hi, Shelly. I was going to make spinach artichoke dip. And then I thought, oh, I'll make some like muffins, like a cakey bread or something. And then I was scrolling through the Facebook for a minute and these cookies popped up again. And I was like, I guess today's the day we're going to attempt to make these cookies. Okay, so Miss Dana, who's been a long time joyful lifer, tagged me in a post of a lady who makes decadent cookies. And they were called Chunky Churro cookies. And they're a chocolate chip cookie filled with dulce de leche. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can make that. I think I may have overcommitted in the confidence level that I gave saying I could make these. Because the thing about sugar-free caramel is that to firm up, it gets crystallized. Yeah, you're right, Cindy. To firm up, it gets crystallized if you use erythritol or anything like that, that makes it firm up. It doesn't get chewy, it gets crystally. If you use allulose, it stays saucy. So I thought, how can I make a chewy caramel? Like chewy. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Like a chewy caramel. I'm not talking about like a sauce. Because these cookies are a chocolate chip cookie mix wrapped around a caramel and then baked. So when you open them up, they have this yummy, sticky caramel. So I got to thinking, there is an on-plan sweetener that is meant for occasional use, that is not meant to eat every single day of your life. Hear me out when I say this. It is a natural sweetener that is decadently delicious, very much a lot more like regular sugar, has a higher glycemic impact, and is okay to have once in a while in a treat. It is not to be a primary sweetener if you're trying to lose weight. Does anybody know what sweetener I'm talking about? What about using those I want a churro. I want a caramel in there. And marshmallows. Healthy marshmallows rebake really hard. So I want a caramel that's gonna stay. Nope, not honey. I want a caramel that is gonna stay uh sticky. And I don't even know if this one's gonna work, but I feel like it's gonna. Nope, not honey. Mm-mm. Coconut sugar. Coconut sugar. This one's pretty firmed up. Gets kind of hard. Monk fruit. Nope. Monk fruit. Monk fruit mixed with allulose might work. Dates. Nope. Blonde coconut sugar. Maybe, Luann. I think that they're not going to stay as chewy as I want. They're gonna reliquify. And I think this might stay chewy. I mean, it's rock solid right now. I kind of got to break it up a little. This one container has been in my cupboard for months because I only use it with my families. Like when I make stuff for my family, sometimes if they want something sugary, I will make it with this sometimes, coconut sugar. Yes, Melissa, coconut sugar. Not something we have often. They're part of these. My Thrive Market, which I don't even have Thrive Market subscription anymore. So this is my last bag. So if anybody has Thrive Market, let me know. I might need to place an order with you. Because I do. I should have ordered like 100 bags of these because they're my favorite chocolate chips. I'm getting beaten up by, I just got to break this up. It's not expired or anything. It's really. Okay. So will coconut sugar make a good caramel? I honestly don't know. But we're going to find out. Now, we are going to use THM's cookie mix, which I fully understand and apologize up front that yes, I still think it's out of stock. I don't know that you can get it right now, but if you're like me and have 25 bags in your freezer because you're a psycho and when you hear that it's going to be going out of stock for a while, you buy them all because who wants to live without cookies? The other option is to find a keto, on plan, healthy. I say keto because some of those recipes for cookies are decent. You could use the protein pleasure cookies from THM. You could use, oh, I don't like calling them that because I feel very uncomfortable calling them pleasure cookies. I just do. We'll talk about the cookies in a moment. But right now, hey Meredith. Right now we're gonna make some caramel. I'm gonna move my camera over towards the stove so I can be over here. Actually, I think I'll bring everything. Right, Paula? Oh, they're almost expired and you need to get rid of them quickly? Let me buy them all and put them in my freezer. Okay. All right. Listen, do not judge me for the level of disgusting that is my stove. Okay? Yes, Luann, I sometimes do Vitacost. I do like Vitacost. These chocolate chips are my sincerest apologies for that. Those chocolate chips are Thrive brand and I love them so much. Hey, Kay. All right. I looked up a chewy caramel recipe that was regular sugar. And I hope that I have a candy thermometer. I know I do. I had one. It's whether or not here it is. It's right where Cindy put it a year ago and I haven't used it since. How am I gonna get that to stick? That's all you take the plastic cover off. We're just gonna hold it to the side. Okay, good. Tracy bought me that. All right. Julie. All right, let's see. I looked up a regular chewy caramels recipe and it said to use half a cup of salted butter if you want salted caramel. Yes, coconut sugar, Jeanette, is on plan for occasional use. It is not meant to be your primary sweetener. You do not want coconut sugar to be your primary sweetener because it is higher glycemic. And it's going to make anything you make higher fat, it's going to automatically be a crossover. Like these cookies, they legit crossovers. Okay. These are treats. So when I say I like to have a treat once in a while that is not whizzy, this is my idea of a treat now. Instead of going for a Reese's and having a treat, I'm having a coconut sugar dessert. Like the Who bars. Oh, the Who bars. Do you guys ever have the Who bars? I have a half of one in there. I bring it in and I sit it by my chair at night when I'm watching Yellowstone and I take off one little square and nibble on it. Let's see. 1/2 cup of salted butter. And we're going to do this on medium low. We don't want to burn it. Okay, 1/2 cup. How much is 1/2 cup? Is that 1/2 cup is that one of the, yes, it's 1 stick. So 1 stick of butter. Usually the only time, like I rarely ever use this. This I've only ever used bar. Am I saying bar wrong? Who bar? Who bar? Bar. You want to see my who bar? Hold on. I'm coming. Who bar? Who? Who bar? I always get this one, the cashew butter, pure vanilla bean, dark chocolate. It's made with coconut sugar. And half the bar only has 12 carbs. And I only eat, so I eat 1 square. So this lasts me 8 days. Yes, I've got to restrain myself too. I've gotten to the point where I can do one square. So that is 1 square would be 3 net carbs. All right, we're gonna add to our butter. How much they use regular sugar? 1 cup. 1 cup. So we're gonna use 1 cup. And turn that down because I don't want it to brown. 1 cup. I do not want that in my caramel. I'm going through a period of hair loss again. I go through these like shedding in the fall. They're really good. Just be careful with them. Just be careful with them because they are coconut sugar. They're a little higher glycemic. Stay small and don't eat a whole thing. I know. Okay, 1 cup. 1 cup of coconut sugar. And then we're going to put heavy cream in there. So do I, Pam. So do I, girl. I need a whisker. Where's my pampered chefy? We want to take our time with this. Okay, here's the thing about chewy caramels. We cannot rush the process, people. Okay, you got to keep your heat like on medium, and you got to get it up to about 315-ish degrees on the edges. And then, Faith, no ma'am, I am making churro filled cookies or something like that. Caramel filled cookies. You have to take your time and be patient. Okay? Patience is the key to caramel, however you say it in your end of the country. Now, I have never made caramel with coconut sugar. I have absolutely no idea if the science will work. The science of regular sugar makes sense. Will this work the same? I literally have no idea. This may bomb completely before I even get to the cookies. And here's the plan. If it does, that's okay. I'm still gonna make chocolate chip cookies. They just won't have caramel in them. But you've got to be patient and love on your caramel. Nobody is in a hurry with caramel. Now, if this comes out good, this would make amazing. This would make amazing caramel popcorn for Christmas. Pecans in it. All right, what am I gonna put this in when it's time? I've got a little pan over here. Here's the other big thing. Oh my gosh, I have a stray bag of Gentle Sweet under there. I didn't know I had. I'm gonna put this in here. Here's the thing. To get chewy caramels, really, if I'm talking sugar, to get real sugar, they need to sit a couple hours. I'm gonna put them in the freezer and let them cool quickly and then put one in a cookie and see how it goes. If it goes well, then I will fill the rest of the chocolate chip cookies with the caramels. I'm going to bake one. Oh, it looks glorious already. I'm going to bake one cookie with caramel. Lisa, girl, I ain't eating no real caramel. Nope. Listen, if I start in on sugary caramel, no, not going to work for KJ. She ain't going to eat this one. She's going to go straight up nuts and eat them all. No, ma'am. I don't, 5 years into this game, I could probably eat one and move on with my day. But I don't like to go there because I don't know that I could eat one and go on with my day. And I don't want to risk that because I ain't so good at, keeping the throttle on a good, I'm just not good at it. I have had too much coffee and not enough protein in my body this morning. I am every morning. This is me. All right, that is going. I'm going to set a timer to make sure I don't go over, but slow and steady. Yeah. Thanks, Gina. I'm wearing Mary Malone's jeans. These are Mary Malone's jeans. You want to know the exciting part about this? Mary Malone gave me these jeans at retreat. Mary Malone's about 27 inches taller than me. So when she gave me these jeans, she also took them to her sewing machine and made them shorter so they would fit me. But you want to know the exciting thing? Retreat was just under 2 months ago. And look, these fit me at retreat. Look at that, girls. Look at that. These fit me perfectly 2 months ago. And now they're sagging in places that they don't need to sag. I was 170 on the dot this morning, which means I'm going to hit 160s here pretty soon. And yes, I'm shaking my butt on the internet. All right, let's check this temperature. It should take about 10 minutes to get up there. I don't want it to get up too fast. Keeping it on low. You got to keep it kind of towards the edge of the pan, not the middle. We are at about 190 degrees. I don't have anything to clip that on. I'm just going to hold it. Eggs and sausage. Hey, girl, you're right. You're right. Dessert is totally for breakfast. I'm making these to take on vacation with me because here's the thing about, I've been really whizzying it a lot. And I've been really good about sticking to the wisdom principles. I've been really good about working out faithfully. I have not missed a workout. I faithfully do them. The workouts and the Wizzy is what made me finally start losing weight on my GLP-1. My GLP-1 on its own did not make me lose weight. The only thing it did was take away my inflammation. It did not help me lose weight until I started exercising and pretty much eating mostly carbs and fats. Still have fats, but eating more carbs and being very intentional about my wisdom decisions. But this is why I'm going to show you why I tend to not make a lot of desserts anymore. Do you guys remember live the other morning I made a cake live, a chocolate cake. What day did I make that? Tuesday? There it is. Haven't even touched it. Took 2 bites that morning live from the middle, and now it's turning hard and crumbly because it's been in my fridge all week, untouched. So this is why I'm not eating that stuff anymore. Once in a while. Now these cookies, I may have a hard time containing myself if they come out well. And I think based on the look of this caramel, can you see that? That this is going to be divine. So I try, if I'm going to make a dessert, it's going to be a single serve most of the time. These are going to give me something to take on vacation when everybody else is having ice cream and donuts and all the yummy vacation junk. I'll have some cookies and I will eat these on vacation. But having them around the house, it used to be a big problem for me. But since I've started eating the wisdom way, I'm more satisfied and I don't crave that stuff like I used to. Psyllium husk keeps me from craving that stuff the way I used to. Weight loss also kicking in finally is helping me not crave that stuff the way I used to. And of course I am on a GLP-1, so that helps me some as well. But I am low dosing it. I'm not on a high dose. But it's taken me a long time to get to the what's the word? Oh my gosh. I want to take a bath in that. It's taken me a long time to break the code, figure out the code for my specific needs and journey. And for me, it was Wizzy and exercise. Dang it, why did I have to be exercise? I knew it. Why did it have to be exercise? My ear. No, do not touch me. What sounds too sticky? The caramel? No, girl. We gotta get it up to the kind of hard crack stage. Let's see. Let me make sure I have my temp right. Right temp for chewy caramels. 245 to 250. Where did I get 310? Oh, we're still not there. I got to get up to softball stage. Right? Is this Fahrenheit? Yes, it is. 270, 260, 250, 240, 230. Okay, so I got to get it up to, what does it say? 245. So hardball. I got to get up to hardball. Oh, yeah, bathing in caramel. Yes, you're right, Jamie. That would be too sticky. Look at that. I haven't even added the cream yet to this, you guys. And there's a hair. I'm going to end up a hair in my caramel. I got hairs like crazy coming out of my head. I go through, like I said, a shedding stage. All right, we're almost to softball. Yeah, it's going to be right about the right time, too. I need to get to hardball. Stand up. Okay, don't stand up. I'm going to get my cream out. heavy cream is what you normally would use. I'm going to use my creamer, my Chobani creamer, because it does have some half and half in it. Milk, cream, allulose. I'm just going to use this. This is what I got. I've got milk, but I've got this. Go, go, go. We're getting there. We're up to halfway between softball and hardball. I need 10 more degrees. I know. Do not cross this line. That one, Cindy. Do not touch. Do not touch. No touch. We're almost there. We're almost there. And then we're going to add a third of a cup of heavy cream. We're almost there, you guys. 2 more degrees. Okay, we're at hardball stage. Oh, the angels are singing. Okay, that's hardball stage. Now we're gonna add, oh, what a sticky mess this is gonna be. Now we're gonna add a third of a cup of cream, and it is gonna bubble like it's mad at me, okay? It's gonna violently spit and sputter. That's okay, that's what it's supposed to do. And then, are we supposed to, you turn the temp? No, you leave it at the same temp. Let it violently spit and sputter. And then we're gonna cook it another 6 minutes. And it should thicken up into some gorgeous caramels. That is from Night at the Museum Part 2. Do not cross this line. I love that. It was the best line in the whole movie. I love that movie. I love me some Ben Stiller. I used to dream about carrying him home in my hot hat back pocket in a little pouch. It's not awkward or weird at all. That's cold. This is going to be a long video today. I hope you all are in it for the long haul. If you're watching live, I'd love if you comment because it really helps the video stay live. And I'd also love if you would give this a share. That means a lot to me, either from KJ York or from Joyful Life with KJ. You never know what's in my pocket, Meredith. I wonder if there should be salt in Dolce de Leche. I don't think so. I don't think these need to be salted caramel. Do you guys think they should be salted caramel? What do you think? You think they should be salted caramel or just regular flavor? I need opinions because I can't make decisions on my own. I need to taste this. Oh my gosh. Oh! Thanks, Nancy. Look. A little smidge of salt. All right, we'll put a little smidge. Actually, we'll wait until it's done cooking. We'll put. Oh my god. You think so, Kelly? Okay, you guys, this. Okay. No, the butter is not salted. Look at this caramel. Where's the camera? Here. Look. That was the first time in 5 years that I have had a chewy caramel. Oh my gosh. I can't even get out. I can't even chew it up. You guys. That's insane. That's the real deal. That's the chewy caramel, not the sauce that we all love, but we all wish we could have that. Luann, I don't like walnuts. No deal. I just want to chew it all. Oh my gosh. That is insane. This better work once I add the cream, because without the cream, it's perfect. I'm not going to eat all this right off the cookie thermometer. Oh my Lanta. For Christmas, for sure, Shelly, right? Now, remember, these are not whizzy. These are a fun treat because everyone likes a treat once in a while. And there's no need to give up fun desserts. You just can't eat these all day, every day, or you're not going to lose weight. Shocking, I know. But some of us, including myself for the first few years on THM, ate all like this and still lost 70 pounds, but couldn't break through the stall. Even lightening things up because I was eating stuff like this too much often. Next mug, I haven't. I wanted to get the mug that was connected to your phone, the Wi-Fi mug. What was that called? But there were so many bad reviews about the thing melting, the charger melting, and the thing only lasting a year, and they were like $120. I don't remember what those were called, but I haven't heard of Next Mug. I'll check it out because my coffee is always cold, always, and I hate microwave coffee, especially in certain mugs, like this one in particular. If I put this in the microwave and heat it up, my mug gets really hot and my coffee stays cold. All right, we've been almost 6 minutes. Oh, good. Ember. Yes. Thank you, Kathy. I looked into Ember. All right. We're going to give this a little salt. Let's see. We should do, I've got Celtic sea salt or I've got mineral. I wish I had flake salt. I don't. We'll just do regular pink Himalayan salt. Just a little pinchy pinch. I'm curious what temperature this is at now. And yes, I know I had that in my mouth. So that's okay. I'm the only one eating this. Oh, it might take too long to get to temperature for me to find out because I don't want to overcook my caramel. I don't think I'm going to do that. If I left it in there, I should have left it in there. But now I have some excess to lick off. All right. Do you like them, Kathy? Because I've heard that the... Okay, well, I'll tell you my coffee warmer story here in a minute. You love yours. It's hotter than Satan's butt crack. We're just going to keep our hands out of butt cracks this morning. We're going to pour this into here. Be careful because she is liquid lava. Molten. Oh. And slippery. There we go. And I am going to immediately get that in the water. Actually, no. I'm going to get my water good and hot before I put that in the water because that whisker is going to get really messy. All right. Yes, flakes of salt. I could put a little bit of salt on the top here too. Just a little. Okay, I'm going to take this out to my big freezer. Bear with me for a minute. This is what it looks like. it would be better cooling at room temperature, but who's got time for that nonsense? Hold on. I'll be right back. You can watch me wiggle as I walk away. Oh, I'm coming. Okay. My water hot? Yes. I'm gonna soak that thing right now. Okay. Let's move back over here. Yes, I'd love to tell you about my coffee warmer plate incident of 2022 or 2023. I was still living in Maine, and one of y'all sweet ladies, whoop, I almost dropped that, sent me a coffee warmer because I was constantly having cold coffee. And I was so grateful, and I loved that coffee warmer. Well, I made the mistake. This was totally not my fault, by the way, not the coffee warmer's fault. I made the mistake one day of having it on my desk beside me, and I got rid of my cup. My coffee was gone, and I took my cup out. And at some point during the day, I threw papers on top of that. And it was totally my fault. I threw papers on top of it, and it sat there, and I kept smelling something hot. And I wasn't entirely sure what it was. Kept smelling it. Went out, made supper, went back in my office for something, and my office was full of smoke. And there was a flickering flame on top of my desk. It had just flamed. If I hadn't walked in there when I did, it was totally my fault. I moved those papers. I put out the fire, moved those papers. You guys, that thing was melted into a pile of liquid. The whole thing overheated because I had put all that stuff on top of it. It had just melted into my desk. I picked it up in one melted chunk. I said, nope, never again. Never again, because I'm too flaky in the head I'm not responsible enough to do that. So, oh man, I got out a stick of butter to soften for my cookies and put it in my caramel instead. Now I gotta get out another stick and I'm gonna have to soften it myself. All right, we're gonna use the THM cookie mix. It's not super available. I don't even know. Does anybody know if it's on the website right now? The cookie mix? I don't even know if it is. But find a keto cookie mix, find the protein pleasure cookies, find a cookie that you like to replace with this. I'm going to use a cookie mix because I got it. There are like 20 of them in my freezer. Okay, we're going to soften that butter. So the THM cookie mix this makes 2 batches of cookies. It's funny, it makes 12 cookies. If you use a half a bag, it makes 24 cookies. If you use the whole bag, if you're KJ, it makes 12 cookies using a whole bag. Because, listen, this is not a cookie. Y'all, this is not a cookie. Who eats a cookie that size? Not me. So, I am going to do the whole cookie mix. 1 stick of butter. It calls for 1 egg for half the batch, but I'm going to use 3 for the whole thing because I think they're better with an extra egg. So I'm going to use 3 eggs in here. Chocolate chunks, because I believe that chocolate chunks are far superior than chocolate chips. My cookie mix, yeah, I've had it a while. And I try not to make them too often because I really don't have good restraint when it comes to chocolate chip cookies. It's not my greatest gift. No carb, easy bread. Well, try the protein pleasure cookie recipe. I think it would work good for this. Or just find one of Carolyn, one of All Day I Dream About Food chocolate chip cookie recipes, her keto cookies, I think would be good. I'm going to put, because these are churro, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of brown swerve in there just for the brownness. It does not need it. What else goes in here? Vanilla, right? Vanilla. Yes. So you can add more sweetener because they're very, this is lightly sweetened. I'm going to put Ceylon cinnamon in here because, again, churro. So, I don't know, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to do a pinch of salt, even though it doesn't ask for it. And I'm going to do vanilla, about, I don't know, about a teaspoon, I guess. 2 teaspoons. Yes, Rita. Yeah, I did see that. I'm going to get this mixed up. Slow down. Okay. Thrive Market chocolate chunks. If you do not have Thrive Market, which I don't anymore, look on Vitacost for on-plan chocolate chunks. But better yet, if you can't find chunks, instead of using chocolate chips, get like Aldi or Lindt, 90% chocolate, 85, 90% chocolate, and cut it into chunks yourself. Why not? Slow down. I really could do that by hand, but you know. Why do things the easy way when you have the hard way already going? You're telling me it's too weak? What's going on? I know my battery's tired. Woo! She's aggressive. I don't know how. So caramels should take 2 hours to set up. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and talk to you people for 2 hours. I love each and every one of you, but I would run out of things to say. Believe it or not. I run out of things to say 5 minutes in person with somebody. Look at that cookie dough. Tell me that doesn't look good. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, totally. Totally, Tracy. Beat up a chocolate bar. Lindt chocolate, 85% bars make great chocolate chunks for cookies. Now we just have to stand here and wait a minute for the caramel. I could go look, but I know it's not ready yet. That is cinnamony and good. I am going to, let me just go look. Let me go see how close we are already. She's coming. It's not terribly far off. I stuck my spoon in and it stayed in the shape. Oh, I'll still be here, Tracy. I'll just be standing here looking awkward on camera with nothing to say. Everybody tell me in the comments what you had for breakfast and what you plan to have for lunch. Yes, I'm asking you to think back and think ahead. Also, let me drop a couple little ads since we're right here. Rita, I get mine right at the local grocery store. I get mine right at the grocery store. Mine is Simply Organic brand. I get it right at the local grocery store. Let me drop a couple little ads here. Okay, these are my new favorite thing on the planet. I eat one every single morning. They are my gummies. Oh, we should try. Do I have any straight allulose? You know, we could totally do that. Let's do it. Let's try to make our own gummies. Since we're waiting, do you guys want to make gummies? Since we're waiting on caramel to firm up? I know. Do you have all day? Do you want to spend all day Saturday here standing watching me make stuff in my kitchen? Too bad if you don't. I'm going to do it anyway. Because these are made with allulose. And I have not tried making gummies with allulose. And I feel like these are gummy. Oh yes, you gave me liquid allulose, which I still have. Is that straight allulose? I have a bunch of it. Where did I put it? I used a ton of it. Where is the rest of it? Is it back there? I used a ton of it already, Rita. I think my other one. Yeah. Oh, I got bee pollen in front of it. I can't get to that. Hold on. My bee pollen is in the way of that bottle. I can't get hold of it. There we go. I have one bottle left. Is this just straight? It is straight allulose. Let's try it with this. Let's do it with liquid allulose. So anyway, the reason I want to do this is because I love these gummies. Seriously, love these gummies. And they are made with alfalfa, kale, parsley, spinach, all things I won't be putting in them. Lemon juice, blah, blah, blah. Strawberries, raspberries, tomatoes, acai, acerola. That sounds like a dirty word. Amla, cranberries, goji berries. The list goes on and on, okay? But the thing about these, which, by the way, if you're looking for, please go to my Facebook page and look for the link. It's only been a couple of days since I posted. You can use my link, and it's a huge help to me when you use my link. If you use my Walmart link for any purchase that you make, it is a huge benefit to my family. And no, I'm not drunk. I just have the hiccups. So anyway, I was reading the back of this, and it's all those things, but it says the other ingredients. Where did I see them? Oh, right here. Hold on. My new box that I haven't opened yet, I just realized, is not the sugar-free. I'm gonna have to exchange those. Those are not the sugar-free. I got the wrong ones. This is the box I'm using right now. I'll have to exchange them. Allulose, pectin. Thanks, Kathy. And Ono Sweet, which is a new low carb sweetener that hasn't really been evaluated that much yet, but allulose. So I don't have pectin, but I thought I could try putting a little gelatin in there and some allulose. And we can do that while our caramel does its thing. Let's look up. See. I look up other recipes sometimes for ratios. Let's see. Other ratios that people use, because that helps me understand what, like these ones here, use erythritol. I'm not using erythritol because it makes them crystally and crunchy and no good. So, gelatin. This person uses erythritol, and then they use, where is the recipe? Jump to stupid recipe. I don't want to read about your grandmother. All right, cold water, your flavoring, which I'm going to use ground up berries, erythritol, gelatin, and extract. Let's try it while we're waiting on our caramel. I know you're all here to watch me fill cookies with caramel, but you know what? Nobody has anything else to do on a Saturday, do you? Might as well hang out with KJ. Let's see. How did they bloom it in theirs? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so they use, I'm going to use the ratios that this guy uses. I'm going to need my Ninja Chopper for this. Actually, no, I think I'm going to use my little handheld blender because I want it to be really, really fine. Oh, you know what I'll use? I'm going to use my coffee grinder because I've used this for sweetener and stuff recently. It hasn't had coffee in a while. I'm going to grind my berries in my coffee grinder because I want them really powdery, okay? I'm going to wing this. And I think I have some gummy bear shapes up here. I do. Let me get my reacher again. Rita, my most used tool in the kitchen. She gave me this. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, I forgot I bought these. I need some protein. Got a little dropper. Got two little droppers. Okay, here's what we can do. Dinosaurs. Fun little dino shapes. Or we can do little cute little gummy bears. These are cute. Or we can do, I think I'm going to do this one. Oh, come on. Knock that off. These are cute. These are little fruit shapes. Look at these. I think I'm going to do the little fruits. Okay. Let's do this and see what happens. We're going to use 3.5 tablespoons of gelatin. Okay, gelatin. Every cabinet in my house is open right now. I'm almost out of gelatin. Y'all signed in for cookies and you're getting gummies. I don't know what to tell you. Right? It's me too, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Every cabinet over here is open. Tablespoon. Three tablespoons. We're going to do 3.5 tablespoons of gelatin. Look at that. That's exactly what's left in that container. Until now. Fill her back up before I put it away. Okay, 3.5 tablespoons of gelatin. Half a cup of cold water. So to bloom gelatin, you have to dissolve it first. Doesn't have to be done in cold or hot, just dissolved. And then you have to let it sit for a minute, not long. and then you have to heat it back up either with a hot liquid or in your microwave, and that blooms your gelatin. And if you don't bloom your gelatin, it doesn't have the same amount of benefits, and it can cause stomach upset. It's not the end of the world, but it can make your stomach a little wanky. Nobody likes a wanky stomach. So we're gonna give that a minute. Let's get our berries ready. Let's see what I've got for dried fruits. I have raspberries that feel pretty spongy. Goji berries. I don't think those would make good gummies. Dates. Those, no. Nobody wants a date gummy. I have very spongy strawberries. Crispy, crunchy mango. So it may have to be mango. And mangosteen. We're going to do mango and mangosteen. These need to go in the trash. They are rubber. We're going to do mango and mangosteen. Let's start with the mango. We need about 3 tablespoons. I should taste the mangosteen, see what it tastes like. I don't even know what a mangosteen is, let alone what it tastes like. Maybe we'll just combine the two, be like a tropical flavor. Oh, aren't they cute? Oh, they look like little orange pieces. A little tart. Those are good. I'm a tat. I do have citric acid too, so we can make sweet and sour. Oh, same here, Kathy. I'm in North Carolina too. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina too, and the mangoes have been insane. Just insane. They have been so crazy good lately. I cannot get enough of them. Where are you? I probably know. You've probably told me before, but my memory is rotten. I'm using a coffee grinder to get it really fine. Burlington. I don't know where that is. I'm not very good at knowing my towns. I'm in Hickory. Actually, I'm in Bethlehem, but okay. We got our powder. We're gonna melt this about 10 to 15 seconds. This needs to be remelted. It doesn't have to be a lot. You just microwave it again until it's melted. A big bit. How much higher? It's quite a bit of gelatin, so it might take, closer to 30 seconds. And I want it to stay melted, so I'm gonna get it good and hot. And then we're gonna put allulose in there. Yes, you could use powder, but if I was gonna use powdered allulose in this, I think I would dissolve it in the hot gelatin so that it melts in well. But we're gonna go ahead and use liquid. This is from the RX Sugar brand. Yes, we should do a THM lunch thing. That would be fun. I tried to do one in September of last year, a 1-day event, and nobody signed up, so I couldn't get any locals to come. So I ended up canceling it. But it would be fun to do a get together. I'm gonna use mango extract in these two, so they're super mango-y. I have these oils. You're not gonna hurt your gelatin if it gets too hot. You're really not, so don't worry. It's not gonna hurt it. And if you have to remelt it mid-mixture, that's okay too. It won't hurt it a bit. I've got strawberry, peach, blackberry, banana, blueberry, mango. What else have I got? Tangerine and raspberry. I'm gonna use a couple of these. Just like, you don't need much, 2 or 3 drops of oil in there to give it a burst of mango. We're gonna put our mango powder in there. And then we're gonna put our allulose. Hopefully that will dissolve. that powder. Does not look like it's going to. We may have to microwave it again because that is hard as what? That piece didn't even. Oh man. Let's put our allulose in. We might have to microwave it. We're gonna do, how much sugar do they use? Half a cup. We're gonna do half a cup of liquid allulose. My powder did not dissolve well. I should have dissolved it in water before I put it in my gelatin. Use my frother. See if I can get it to mix up because it did not very well. I got them at an Amish store, Amanda. They have them on Amazon too. I got them on an Amish store. I hope this blends up. If not, I'm going to put it in my chopper because that powder clumped up really bad. I suppose you could put it in your blender. As long as it stays hot, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know, Kathy. I was so disappointed. I hold a retreat and women come from all over the country as far as California, and I held a local one and couldn't get anybody to come. I was super disappointed. Ooh, hello. I might have to microwave this a little to get that to dissolve. I didn't expect that I didn't expect that to clump up the way it did. How did you do it without clumping, Mr. Sugar Laden website? You didn't warn me about that on your recipe page, sir. All right. We'll give that a go. Hopefully. This one didn't even, I don't know if that's a chunk of powder or a chunk of mango or a chunk of mangosteen. I don't even know. I ain't gonna put it in my mouth and try. I know. I'm not gonna be doing a retreat next year at all, Kathy. But hopefully Pearl talked about it on the main page, doing a THM one, but I'm not doing one next year, but the year after I will be holding one, hopefully in Nashville is my dream. I don't know whether it will be there or not. I don't know. I'm not committing to a location yet. I may do it right here in Hickory. I may. Let's see. Let's froth that while it's hot. Gelatin is so forgiving, you guys. If you wait too long to start making your mix of stuff, you can just microwave it. Like when you make zucchini, if it firms up while you're trying to put it in the molds, just microwave it. If you're making one plop creamer drops and they firm up before you get them in your molds, just microwave it. It's super, super forgiving. I got a couple of chunks in there that are not coming out. And I'm guessing, come on, shut off, spray my whole kitchen with gelatin. I'm guessing that they didn't actually get powdered. These few chunks that are on the top is my guess, is that they actually didn't get powdered. They all looked powdered, but we're just gonna scoop them out. Make for a sticky mess in there. All right, let's fill these little things. This might take 2 to 7 days. Now I know why they sent 2. So we can fill more of the time. Although I don't know that I have the dexterity to do 2. Maybe I do. Do it this way. I hope these come out actually chewy like gummies and not like jello lumps. That's the thing I don't like about healthy gummies, is they come out like jello, just gelatin chunks, and that's nobody likes that. Don't lie and say you do either. I don't. If these come out, they are going to be mighty cute. These little fruity. I wish I had strawberry because that would be really good. Or apples, like freeze-dried sour apples. Oh, sour apple gummies. What kind of gummies would you like the most? And if you were making these and they came out gummy-like, Would you coat yours in citric acid to make them sour, or would you leave them plain? Tell me in the comments. What would you do? WWYD. What would you do? Would you coat them in citric acid to make them sour? Why didn't I put this stupid thing on a plate? I always do that when I make gummies. I forget to put it on a plate, and then it's hard to transfer into a fridge. I think if these taste good, I will try citric acid on a few. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing my zucchini recipe. I think I'll try citric acid on a few. Cinnamon, Pam, really? Like Red Hots? That would be my last choice. That's interesting. A cinnamon gummy. I'm going to bring out my most attractive cookie sheet that I own. Should have put this on there to begin with, because now they're going to slide all over and make a mess. All right, let's do the little dinosaurs, because come on. Dinosaur gummies. It's probably going to fill. I thought I was just going to make one tray, but apparently mangosteen gummies are going to have enough to feed the entire subdivision. I'll make homemade gummies to put in people's Halloween bags this year, because that'll make all the local parents comfortable. I need to get some gummies. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, no way. Stranger candy. Stranger danger. Stay away from the lady house over there at the subdivision. She's got homemade gummies. Nobody knows what's in them. Hot tamales? I don't know what those are. I don't know what that is. You don't like gummies, Faith? Do you not like real gummies? Or you don't like sugar-free gummies? Because I haven't liked sugar-free gummies. I'm hoping these will change my life. Because I love gummies, but I don't like sugar-free ones because they taste like a chunk of Jell-O. And I don't like that at all. I know they already think I'm nuts. So, whatever. We're the subdivision weirdos. It's okay. It's got lots of protein. You know, I could put essential amino acids in these if they work, and they, I should do that. If these work, I should make some with essentials. They could be a way to get your essential protein in without drinking. What do you think of that idea? Look, I'm going to use all 3 trays of this with this one little batch of gummy solution. Hopefully our caramels are ready at this point. You guys are going to spend 2 hours with me today, some of you. Sorry, this is a seriously long video. My AirPod keeps falling out. Right. Janet, that would not be a great idea for the neighborhood kids. Really, Faith? Oh, fruity, sticky gummy candy like Starburst. I'd rather have that over chocolate any day. Any day. Oh my gosh, if these work, you guys, I am going to come up with a recipe for getting your essentials in without drinking it. Yep, I'm going to do it. Making your own gummy supplements. We could put spinach in them. We could put essentials. And you'd get to eat like a whole bag. Tell me that is not the most genius thing I've ever come up with. Now I got to do it quick before somebody else does it. Look, I have way more gummy solution than I have gummy holders. Yeah, I'm sure the neighborhood thinks I'm weird because I'm that girl that walks at 6 o'clock in the morning with her hair sticking out, looking like she just woke up, because she did. Well, I've got a much left, but we'll just let that firm up and whatever. Okay, here's my gummies. I'm gonna stick them in the fridge. They really don't, gummies really don't, gelatin doesn't really need to be refrigerated. To firm up, it'll firm up on its own, but it'll be quicker. All right, I'm gonna go grab my caramel and we're gonna make one of these cookies and see what happens. So hang tight. Girls, girls, girls. I may have stumbled on the holy grail of health food today. Write this day down, a day that will live in infamy. Girls, ladies, look at this. Chewy caramel. You guys. Oof. We're gonna spray. Oh yeah. I'm making the gummies were just an afterthought while we were waiting. I'm gonna spray this with cooking spray and then rub my fingers on it. Don't do that. I don't want anybody to cut themselves. I'm just down that way. I made caramels, sticky caramels, Rita, to put inside cookies. Stop it right now. These are caramels, you guys. I think if I make them again, I'm gonna put less cream in them so that they're even more chewy because I think the cream is keeping them a little softer, which is divine and decadent and would be wonderful wrapped up in a wrapper. I never in a million years would I have seen myself making recipes, let alone no one figuring out how to make a sugar-free caramel. That looks like one on its own. I hate that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so after we're live, I'm probably gonna make a second batch with less. Look at that. Look at that. I want you to see this caramel pull. You ready? Seriously? Okay. I'm gonna roll these, some of these, a couple of them. We're just gonna make, I used coconut sugar, Tracy. We're just gonna make 2, okay? And then I will make the rest of my cookies because I do not want to ruin an entire batch of cookie mix if these like melt out and don't come out good. I don't want to ruin my whole batch. So I need a cookie tray. Use this one. I'm just gonna make 2 to start and see what happens. And if they come out good, I'll make the rest. If they don't, I will wrap these babies up in wax paper just to eat as a treat. And I will just make chocolate chip cookies. I made it from coconut sugar, Janet. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my cookie. I'm gonna put a hole in the middle. I'm gonna plop that caramel in there. And then I'm gonna shape my cookie around it, fully around it. And if I don't have enough cookie mix, I will grab another one. No, it looks good. I'm gonna make the next one bigger so we can compare. Okay, caramel filled cookie. Caramel ball. Put it in the middle. Wrap my cookie around it. these are THM's cookie mix, but you could use any keto cookie that you want, that you like. All right, let's get these into the oven. If they come out good, I'll make the rest this way. If they don't, then I will eat the caramel by itself. My oven is at 350. How long do these cookies usually bake? I got the THM. Oh no. What did they do? Take it down. Trim, healthy cookie mix. I'm gonna look up the instructions because I don't remember how long. It's probably 12 to 14 minutes if I had to guess. 8 to 12. Let's set it for 8 and look at it. These are gorgeous, you guys. These are beautiful. They're going to be, they've been out right now. That's why I said grab any keto cookie mix. Janet. So here's what THM says. Oh, I can't tell you because I don't have my analyzer app. Does somebody have the analyzer app on their phone and can look up coconut sugar? And maybe copy and paste it into the chat to see what it says. It says not to be used. I'm eating it right off my counter. It's so good. Not to be used as a single main source of sweetener all the time. It's for occasional use. So this is not something, this is like a holiday treat. This is not something I would eat on the regular. This is a treat versus an everyday THM staple. Butter, Janet. But after seeing the texture of these, I am going to try them again. I've got more coconut sugar. I'm going to try them again with less cream and see if I can get them even firmer, because these are really beautiful right now. But see, they're still soft. I mean, they're glorious. Look at that. They are glorious. But I'd like them even harder. Like, that's my kind of caramel. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Our gummies should be, they don't take very long. Oh, they're almost there. We're going to give them another couple of minutes. I'm going to grab myself a drink while I'm in here because I'm thirsty and I feel like I'm past the coffee hour here for me. I didn't drink much of my coffee before, but I want the Zevia. Coconut sugar should not be your primary. So I know that the app says something like on plan for occasional use, in moderation, not in weight loss mode. So in other words, you can have it as a treat. If you are in weight loss mode, you don't need to rely on coconut sugar as your primary sweetener. But having it in like Who bars, that's what these are sweetened with. Yeah, that's what these are sweetened with. So these are totally crossover. It's because I use like that cream. I did use heavy cream in mine, and so oh, they're so pretty. And the thing about these caramels, they're not going to crystallize. These are not going to crystallize. If I'm making them with real sugar. Real sugar. Oh, I really want to see that. She won't do that. It's super impatient. It always is to wait 2 hours for gummies, really. Okay, I don't know what just happened. You know what happened? Hold on. Do you know what just happened? Can you guys hear me? My battery on my phone died. That's what happened. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry, guys. Yep, my phone died. My phone died. Because I listened to Marco Polo's. Okay, here's what they look like. Now I gotta find the camera. Where is the camera on this thing? Over here? Yeah, it's over here. This is what they look like. Yes, my cell phone died. Whoop! Oh, I just dropped that in my silverware. Sorry. You can hear me, but barely. Sorry. I'll try to speak up. I don't know why. All right, here's what my gummies look like. I will say, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. Maybe I can get my phone turned back on. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. My phone will never turn back on quickly. Hold on. I can stream up here on my computer. Maybe that will be better. Let's see. Enter the studio. KJ is in the studio. How about now? Does my sound better now? Streaming from my computer instead? Is that any better? Because now I'm streaming from my computer instead of my iPad. These are pretty cute, you guys. Now, where's my camera now? Now it's over here. I got 3 devices here at my face. They're still a little jello-y. But they're way better. Okay, they're not sweet enough, first of all. They're good. I'll eat them. They're not sweet enough, but they are a better texture than the original THM gummies, in my opinion, that have erythritol that get really hard gummy texture. These are better. These are better. See, they're much spongier. They're stretchier. There's a hair on this one. That's appetizing. They're stretchier and less. See how they're stickier? They're actually pretty good. I'm eating them all. Yeah, let's do that while our cookie's cooking. Oh my gosh. The caramel came out of one of the cookies and one of them it didn't. Oh my gosh. All right, citric acid, where are you at? Right here. Let's put them in a little citric. Hold on. My husband is texting me. You're gonna need another 4 minutes. I don't know. The caramel is pouring out of one of them. The other one, it's not. No, I have not had food today. No. As a matter of fact, I have not had any food today. Now, would we do gentle sweet and citric acid? Or no, yes, we would do a combination of citric acid. I am making a mess. And don't breathe that stuff in. And gentle sweet. I do have a Mac. Okay, 1 teaspoon of each. Let's try that ratio and see what happens. I just heard a text come through, but I didn't see it. Where is it? My kid. Want to go get her nails done? Hi. I hear you.
You're not answering.
I texted you back. I'm live. My phone died. All right. Let's see what they taste like in citric acid. Everybody loves a good hit of acid in the morning. Too much citric acid. Let's make that a tablespoon of super sweet. That was way too much citric acid. It's pretty tart. They're pretty tart. I don't know what the ratio is supposed to be for citric acid to sweetener, but that ain't it. Oh. How much citric acid on gummies? 1/8 of a teaspoon. 1 part citric acid to 4 parts sugar. Well, I visually have that ratio wrong. Let's just start over. Let's do 1/2 teaspoon. No, 1/8 of a teaspoon of citric acid. 1 to 4. So 4/8. So 1/2 teaspoon of gentle sweet to 1/8 of a teaspoon of citric acid, which is puny. Let's try that instead. I know, Jamie. I've been live for 1 hour and 27 minutes. I woke up thinking I was going to make spinach artichoke dip. Then I moved on and was going to make muffins. And then when I went live, I made caramels and cookies, and now I'm making gummies. I don't know. Right on my caramel. Get off there. Oh, that's better. That's better. Slightly tart. Because I want to get it right, Christy. I want to know, I want to be able to measure right for future reference for myself. And I can't tell you the ratio. All right, please, Lord, let the caramel have stayed in at least one of the cookies. Okay, mostly. Okay, here's what I got. This one, where's the camera? This one has poured caramel everywhere. This one is still in there. You guys, I would love to take the time to sit here and show you exactly what the final outcome is when I break it open, but those are going to have to cool for at least 30 minutes. Those are going to have to significantly cool before I'm able to break them open, or because that THM cookie mix, any keto style cookie has got to sit. Has got to sit. And if it doesn't sit, it's just going to make a total mess. I know. I have so much to do today. I have to get my registration for Holy Healthy Holidays scheduled so that people are dying to sign up. And so I've got to get people the link to sign up, and I have a lot of work to do before I can do that. And I have to pack for vacation tomorrow. So I should probably go. And when those are done, I will show you a picture. Thank you for hanging out with me for a couple hours on a Saturday morning. No, I want them to cool naturally. These cookies are better cooled naturally. These cookies are really, the THM chocolate chip cookies are really, really good. So I want to see what happens if I let them cool naturally. I'm headed to Myrtle Beach. Oh, tomorrow. So I need to get my butt in gear. And what is that on the floor? What is that? Oh my gosh, that's a half of a dried up fig. When did I make fig bars? Tuesday? No, I am not the fly lady, and I do not sweep my floor every day. I'm not even sure I've swept it this week or last. Whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this ride. I hope you had fun. And I will definitely post the details. I don't even know which camera to look at. I have 3 going now. I'm confused. I will definitely post the deets when they cool. Because that caramel stayed in that cookie, I think I'm going to go ahead and I ain't going to eat the fig. I didn't even like it the first time, James. You think I'm going to eat it off the floor? I didn't like it the first time. Why would I eat the old crusty one off the floor? I'm going to let those cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the caramel filled cookies in the oven because I think they're going to work. And worst case scenario that they don't work, I have a chunk of caramel underneath a chocolate chip cookie. Who cares? That's not the end of the world. So, all right. I love you girls. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me as long as you did and being part of my day. I love you all so much. I really do. This is such a fun part of my life. And I'm trying to do it eventually, Amanda, someday. We're trying to, I'm trying really hard to transition my website to a new service, and it is a significant undertaking. And so in the meantime, I'm kind of just writing up recipes on my Facebook page. So hopefully maybe someday. Okay. I love you girls. Have a fabulous rest of your day. I'll show you the outcome. And I will not be here before next Thursday because I, again, am leaving on vacation, but stick around. There'll be more fun next week, and keep your eyes open for the registration to post for Holy Healthy Holidays because we're going to start getting people in now so that, because it's always a rush, October 1st of people signing up. So if you plan to join Holy Healthy Holidays, get to it and get signed up now. And if you do, you'll get the rest of September. And I say now as in once I get it posted. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you Thursday.